Just having a moment of clarity after a 3 or 4 day purification phase. I've been working with mold, illness, parasites, extreme chronic fatigue, feeling like I've been attacked by demons from the mold, really, really intense health challenges for a long time, over 15 years. And what just happened as we awaken to reality. So in reality, who we are is light, love. We are untouched. We are free. The truth of who we are is freedom, is love, is light. Yeah. So, but we come in to this dense reality, this dense illusion. It's not reality. We come in with, and many of us who have chosen to awaken in this lifetime have come in to take on really big karma. And what I see in my karma, in my journey, is that in order to give me the fire and perseverance and devotion to truth, to waking up, I gave myself a huge assignment. I gave myself intense suffering. And so, what a huge game changer on the journey is to turn our projections that there's something out there causing me to feel this way and turn them inward. And this gets more and more refined. This ability gets stronger and stronger. The humility, the ability to do that gets stronger as we are able to connect with that part of ourself, the presence that is untouched, and meet the feelings. We create this safety by resting in our being, in the presence. And then these layers of repressed emotions from this lifetime and many lifetimes start to come to the surface. And how they get triggered, because we have these patterns, these karmic patterns that we come in with, that the assignment is that they're going to play again and again and again, as they have done for many lifetimes. And it gives us a chance. Each time it replays, we get the chance to have this anchoring in reality, in the truth of who we are, and to meet the energy of it. And what's happening is, as I open to the truth of who I am, the ability to not get hooked into the story is getting stronger. And in fact, there's not as much of a story that plays when the symptoms cycle again. However, this time it's just, well, there's a little bit of the karmic story that's revealed itself. And so prior, there was an expansive phase, feeling more of the truth of who I am. I am light. And also feeling the power of the true self coming online, this power of the ability to see more and more clearly and to truly unravel the misunderstanding and misidentification with that I'm a separate person and I have this karma and something happened to me. This whole story of a me is being unraveled, and I'm seeing the power of the true self. And I'm seeing the possibility to truly unravel the karma of the sickness that's in this body by holding on to what's true in the face of all the discomfort in the body. And what's underneath the discomfort in the body is these repressed emotions: anger, fear, grief, sadness, all of it. So what we do is, if there's this belief inside of ourselves, if there's still this karmic pattern, then it literally projects into our movie as because it's going to trigger us so that we can meet the layers of stuck emotions inside, so that we can free ourselves from the karma. So for me, the belief that there's something wrong with me, and the belief that I'm being poisoned, I've been poisoned, I've been born into this poisonous, toxic world. This karma is, I'm just realizing how that is part of the karma that keeps replaying. And, it started out really young in the life with, I got bladder infections really like as a little girl, and the doctors gave me Cipro. And this was like for a year or more, I was just like slammed with antibiotics. So that started the whole chain of events of sicknesses. But that's not the point. Like, this awakening is realizing, like, there's nothing outside of us, and there's nothing wrong with us, and we're creating all the symptoms and the triggers too. So it's really taking all our power back from the outside. So the Cipro, that damaged my gut, and then I did a bunch of drug. I was into alcohol and weed to numb the pain. I just messed up my gut even more. Oh yeah, being fed like white sugar and the American diet, right? And then the parasites, and then the mold, and then, what's a real, I think for me, it's just to see what I've created in the life. So I also created imaginary triggers at one point when everything was so crashing down and so intense in my relationship, and I was trying to take care of house and be in a partnership, and just keep showing up for other people. That's part of my karma too, is like really learning how to take care of myself first. Well, psychologically, I created this like triggers, and I literally felt like I had them on my skin. It really felt real. So I was doing all this stuff to try to like get rid of the triggers, and I thought I was contaminating other people's houses because we were house sitting, my ex-partner and I. So that shows how powerful the psychology is, and how powerful our unconscious is to create in the dream our symptoms. And how I knew it was all made up is because it went on for a couple weeks, and I was just like driving myself crazy, and like to the point, like a complete meltdown, multiple meltdowns. My friend, she knew, she had a friend who psychologically created something like triggers also. So she kind of like knew what was going on. And she ended up being like, here, take a shot of tequila and some Aleve or something like anti-allergic stuff, and go to bed and see what happens. So I did. I got a little drunk, took an Aleve, and woke up in the morning, and the triggers were gone. What? I was just like, oh my gosh. So and I still, it's really crazy making, because when you see parasites coming out in the toilet and you get tested and you have mold testing and it's positive, all that seems like it's real. It does. And yet I'm really starting to like, okay, I'm creating that too. It's kind of crazy. It is crazy making. In fact, I have complete chaos and confusion meltdowns where nothing makes sense. But that's why the mind and living in the mind is insanity. The mind doesn't know. And the mind is powerful to create what we're seeing and experiencing, even in the body. Wow. Yeah. So this time, everything was going okay. I've been feeling better, but I've still been struggling with energy, and but it's been feel like getting better, and yet there's these cycles that happen. So what happened was, I'm staying here at this house and there's an air fryer, and I've been using the air fryer. And intuitively, I did feel like it was kind of funky, like something's weird about this. There was a weird smell, the whole concept of it, heating up food that fast is a little strange. But so I'm starting to feel a crash. And then the other day I was on Instagram and I saw this post with this mom whose autistic kid she was feeding 3 air fryer meals a day to, got tested and had high levels of antimony. And they were like, where's this coming from? And then she discovered there's high levels of antimony in air fryers. So that hit me, and it was like, WTF, I'm so angry, I'm just so angry at this toxic world and being poisoned. And it didn't, I definitely didn't get it at first. So I've realized that anytime somebody triggers me, it's always to bring it back. But this was a thing, and it took my teacher to point me back to say, this is your experience and your perception, and this is in your dream because it's triggering something. So it took, but it did trigger. So I felt like anger, but it was like surface level anger. And I was like, gosh, nothing is safe in this world. I can't eat anything. It's like, what the heck? So then I was also mentally just like, what the heck? And I was going into retreat for this week. So I shut my phone off and just sat with myself. And sure enough, oh yeah, so the other thing was I was getting dizzy. And I thought the cause of that was the air fryer. And it could be. And here's the thing, I'm not going to use an air fryer again. But here's the point, is that this played in my dream because it was another, it was something inside this karma of feeling like I'm unsafe in the world, I'm being poisoned, there's something wrong with me, that was coming out into my dream to trigger another layer of meeting this repressed anger and repressed fear of letting go. And fear of letting go is fear of because when in truth, in reality, when we wake up, we're resting in the unknown perpetually. There's no knowing. The mind can't know. We can't really know. But there's such an addiction, right, to trying to know, to be in the mind, to try and understand, gather more information, find out the cause of my symptoms, right? Find out the solution out there. But more and more, my beloved teacher is pointing me to take all my power back, find it inside, stop projecting it outside. And sure enough, this air fryer thing, for 3 days I've been releasing repressed anger and not feeling safe in the world. And that's how I felt as a kid. Like, I didn't feel safe in my house. When my dad came home, my whole nervous system was like, am I going to get in trouble? I always felt like I was in trouble. Am I going to get spanked? Am I going to get yelled at? And then the whole thing about feeling like I'm being poisoned. So so this is the karma I came in with, and I gave myself this assignment to keep meeting these feelings underneath. It's not about the story. So what this played as was fatigue, but this pressure in the left side of my head. So I was just like in satsang. Satsang is a light transmission. Like Claire's talking and she's transmitting this light. So I'm resting in the light, resting in the truth of who I am, and diving into the sensations. And the mind wants to say, I need to take some aspirin, I'm dehydrated, what can I do to fix this? I need to eat something, etc. But I'm in satsang, so I can't go do that. And I did take aspirin and it didn't do anything. So I just have to be with it, and I'm just in it, and I'm not letting the mind label it. And so it's just the energy of it. And I'm being with it. I'm welcoming it. And this is how we transmute the karma. It's just being with the sensations as the energy and allowing them the space and not trying to get rid of it and run away from it. So allowing the space, and finally, after an hour of being with it in satsang, finally this image arose of my little one, just this angry, just in this like rage, so angry at all of it. And I let her be there, and I welcomed her, and I just let the anger come through. It came through as a lot of tears, but it was like, so waves and waves of this anger and grief and disappointment, and just allowing it. And so one of the key things is to not make ourselves wrong. When this little one comes up, this angry little one, when she reveals herself, it's such a gift. And the shift that I'm learning from my teacher is to not try to make her be something else. Just to be like, you can be here as long as you need to. I'm just going to hold you here. And I'm going to hold you as the truth of myself, as the love and light that I am. And this resolve to be like, okay, here's the anger, here's the symptoms, here's the story that's trying to come up. And yet, I see you, I hear you, I welcome you, I love you. I just want to love you. And that's not who I am. That's not who I am. But I'm going to be with you as long as it needs, as long as it takes. And that's how we transmute our karma and awaken and get more and more anchored in the light and love of who we are. And I'm really feeling this possibility in this lifetime. And yeah, Pluto's gone retrograde. It's going back to 29 degrees Capricorn in my 6th house to give me the chance to resolve this karma by meeting it all the way. If it was gone, I would be cheating myself. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not comfortable. I don't like it. I want to be free. I want to be healthy, of course. But there's this grace in it keeping coming back. So I can do this transmutation work and realize the power of the self and the miracle of love that I am. We are miracles of love that can unravel, unwind, heal everything, and find our true nature and be free. Be free from the karmic imprint, the samsaras, the whole cycle of karma. We can be free from that and live in the joy and the beauty and the light and the freedom and joy and creativity. I mean, it's going to be like a whole different game, a whole different experience when we're free from our trauma and our karma. It's like who we think we are, all our personality traits, what we think we want in life, all of that is just, it's mental conditioning. Really, what we really want is freedom and to know who we are. Everything else is like kind of distraction and a way to like be in the mind and bypass and numb. So letting go of everything we think we are, letting go of everything we think we know, and realizing, oh my gosh, the mind is powerful in its ability to create the deceptive illusion of that there's something out there, there's somebody out there besides me doing something to me. We're powerful creators in that way. And when we can, and now that I see it with this air fryer thing, next time it comes around, and it will come around again, perhaps I'll be able to be like, okay, I'm creating this. Because the first instinct was to share with everybody, like, get rid of your air fryers. And sure, that might still be true, but that was a deflection. And that was the projection into the dream that the mind did, rather than be like, okay, how am I creating this? What is this? What is this here to teach me? What am I here to feel about this? Wow, this journey is so profound, and I just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And I couldn't do it without my teacher. I really feel we need a teacher or a guru or a guide if we want to fully wake up to the truth of who we are and be free. It's because it's like a tuning fork. We're in such density. We're in such a habit and addiction to the density of the mind, to believe our story, to be identified with me and my story and the heaviness of life. We needed somebody who's broken free, because it's a frequency. It's a frequency. It's like a tuning fork that we sit with our teacher and we get tuned up into the frequency of truth, light, and love. And then the more, we sit there and we get pointed back to ourselves, we're able to do the work, we're able to be humbled and softened and our hearts open. We can see more and more clearly. And we take more and more responsibility, and it's, it's taken a long time to learn how to take responsibility for something like mold illness and parasites, chronic fatigue, But I feel like I really am a way shower in the possibility of freeing, of healing ourselves through the awakening process. Yeah, I'm going to wear my frequency devices. Oh, yes, I am, because that's frequency. Yeah, and I'm going to keep probably doing some coffee enemas, It's a process. We do want to support ourselves on the physical and the energetic. But yeah, the true power is in reclaiming our power as the light, as the truth, as source, and allowing everything to arise and meeting it with so much love and compassion and understanding, not trying to push it away. And like the miracle is, eventually, as we welcome these feelings again and again and again, and not make them wrong, not try to push them away, not try to change ourselves, not feel like anything's wrong with us, those places inside of us start to feel that they too are made of love. They too are made of the same essence of love and light. And so we become more and more capable of meaning anything as just pure energy, just pure frequency, and letting it move through like a storm. It moves through, but it doesn't touch who we are. Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Feels good right now, and I feel like I'm in for more rounds, with this Pluto at 29 degrees Capricorn. But I feel this resolve like, okay, I can do this. I am the miracle of love. I am the miracle of light. And I'm going to see this all the way through, and I'm going to be free from this. Yeah. So that's just wanted to share that in my moment of clarity. And yeah, lots of love to you on your journey home. So here's the message is anything that you're projecting outside of yourself right now, but anything that you see and hear that you're upset about, bring it back. What is it? And sit with it. What is it bringing up for you? Something in childhood. Not feeling safe, not feeling seen, feeling angry about how you were treated. It's like, yeah, bring it all back. That's and that's our service. That is our true service to the collective. Because when we can transmute our stuff, our karma, and into the light, it's affecting the entire collective. So if you call yourself a light worker, that's what you're doing. That's what we're doing. We're transmuting the density of our karma into the light. And, I'm like, why am I looking for a career? This is my job. And I am being supported in this. I have what I need. And I always have. This is my job. I'm just like, stop trying to do anything else. This going deeper and deeper and deeper into reality is my work. It's my purpose. It's really all of our purpose. Yeah. So, lots of love. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you relate. Yeah. Lots of love on your journey home. We can do this.